Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball! It's time for the excitement of American Legion Baseball, featuring the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets.
Myers with the pitch, swung on and missed. Jason Myers gets the last out, and the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are the state champions of American Legion Baseball in West Virginia.
Let's go live to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Welcome out to a rainy P.O. Faulkner Park here on this Wednesday evening, getting you ready for, after a significant delay to the start time of this game, area baseball between the Post 14 Hornets and the Post 64 Potomac Valley team here for American Legion Baseball, with the area tournament coming up next week. These teams want to make sure they get these area games in. And last night, Post 14 was supposed to be at Post 60, and there was a delay, a postponement of that one to tomorrow. And now, tonight, Post 64 comes all the way up to Martinsburg from Kaiser and takes on the Post 14 Hornets. This game was supposed to originally start at 6:30, pushed it back to 7 o'clock, pushed it back to 7:45, and now we finally look like we're going to get first pitch at 7:55 here from P.O. Faulkner. We'll see what strategy might change here with the delay, if anybody is going to pitch a little less than they were going to. We'll see the starting pitchers tonight: Lucas Wolford for Potomac Valley and Owen Rupenthal for Post 14. And we'll go ahead and take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll hear a pregame interview with manager of Post 14, Trip Tobin. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring: luxury vinyl tile and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
This weekend, it's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo at Floor Pools in Chambersburg. Hot tubs as low as $49 a month. $49 a month. Save on hot tubs, saunas, swim spas, and cold plunges from major brands like Hot Spring, Caldera, and Free Flow, all discounted. Swim year-round with swim spas up to $5,000 off. $5,000 off. Hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas up to 30% off. Save thousands with easy financing. This weekend's Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo at Floor Pools in Chambersburg. But the savings are available in Hagerstown and Martinsburg too. Hot tubs as low as $49 a month. Save thousands on truckloads of hot tubs, spas, saunas, and endless pools this weekend only. It's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo at Floor Pools in Chambersburg. Learn more online at spaexpotristate.com. Savings will also be available at Floor Pools in Hagerstown and Martinsburg.
$5,000 off. Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
Welcome back into the Hagerstown Ford pregame show on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online, and they'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. Getting you ready for Post 14 versus Post 64 in American Legion Baseball. Action will get you the pregame interview brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Don't try to call Trip right now because he's out there on the field, but you can hear from Trip right now.
Are you here with Trip Tobin of the Post 14 Hornets? Trip, it's been a couple weeks since we've been able to see your team with our schedule, Little League, and all that. How do you feel the team's been playing over the last week or two?
Well, I think they played tremendous in Morgantown. They had a great tournament up there. We came up a little bit short against a good Berkeley team, but, we had played 5 games there, and, we were still very competitive after 5 games. I told our guys, this is what it's going to take to make the state tournament. You're going to come up here in Morgantown and play on this turf. You're going to have to play 5 games in a short period. I mean, they're a little bit afterwards, but they played their guts out, played an extra inning game on Sunday. It took us about 3 hours to dispatch Parkersburg. It's a very good team, and we got to see Berkeley. So, we got to see some teams from around the state, some teams that are perennially in the state tournament. So I think that, the area teams here, Post 60, 64, and Post 14, both can be competitive. All can be competitive, depending on which teams we send down to represent.
At this point, what do you think is still the point that you think the team can improve of most going into the last stretch of the season here?
We got to stop leaving runners on base. I mean, we get a lot of guys on base. We've had a couple of times. I'm still mad. I want to chew my lip off now. But anyway, a couple of times we've had bases loaded and no out or 1 out and only come away with 1 run. One time no runs, and we've left, I think, 200 and some base runners on base. It's just unbelievable what we've left on base. I don't know what it's from. It's just maybe selfish at bats early. Maybe not finding the pitch that we're after. I'm not sure, but we've done better with that. We worked on it, practiced on it. So we have to stop leaving guys on base. Our team ERA is great. Our batting averages are good, but we're just not scoring the runs that we should when we're given the opportunities at times.
Who are you going to throw on the mound tonight, and have you felt about their pitching lately?
Well, we're going to throw Owen Rupenthal. I think, the last time we threw them, faced them, we threw Jet. They struggled a little bit with the lefty, so we're going to stick with that. McClintock wants to throw a little bit, and maybe, we have a game with Post 60 tomorrow, so, we got a lot of games in a row this week, so, we're headed for everybody, but we're going to start off with Owen and see where he goes, and then Wyatt and a couple other young guys are going to throw over the weekend as well, so, we're looking, he's done really well for us this year. He's thrown just tremendous. He threw a great game on Sunday, last Sunday, threw 3 or 4 innings up there and helped us get that win. And, we're just really fortunate to have him this year.
I know the rain has been affecting your guys' schedule. It could end up affecting tonight. We'll see. But how have you guys been dealing with that?
Well, this is a rescheduled game from a rain out on July 1st. So, we're going to do what we can to get it in. We've got, none of us want to play past Sunday. And, because we start an area tournament next week, and they've got, they've got 2 games with Post 60 this weekend, and a game with us yet. We still got a game with Post 60, so we're coming down to the wire, and somehow or another we just keep, raining out or missing each other. We rained out with Post 60 yesterday. We've got to play them again tomorrow, so you just roll with it. It's summer baseball. The kids just roll with it, and they come in, they hit, they talk, and, they have some camaraderie, some friend time in the dugout. But for the most part, it does kind of, you get all pumped up to play, and then the rain comes. But it's summer, and storms pop up, and I think we're going to get a delay tonight, but we're going to try to get it in.
And here comes some raindrops now. I'll let you go. Thanks for the time. Good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
Thanks to Trip Tobin for the time. Let's go ahead and let's take let's wait for our break, actually. Let's go ahead and get you the starting lineups. Brought to you by Floor Pools. Make every day better with a hot tub or swimming pool. Floor Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and Hagerstown. For Post 64, they'll start off with left fielder number 25, Chase Davis. Then Lucas Williamson at third base, wearing number 3. Number 12, Hunter Haar, catching at the 3 spot. Cleanup hitter Blake Jacobs, the shortstop, wearing number 17. Then it's Oliver Kreitz, second baseman, wearing number 44. Landon Tysinger, number 22, playing center field. Landon Whitaker in right field, wearing number 9, bats 7th. Then it's the pitcher, Lucas Wolford, wearing number 10. And rounding things out is first baseman number 1, Owen Reel. For post 14, they'll lead off with the designated hitter, Trace Huff. Then it's Liam Healy in the number 2 spot over in right field. It's Trace Huff number 5 and Liam Healy number 4. Number 9, Wyatt McClintock bats third. He'll be at second base. In the cleanup spot, it's Braden Oviedo, wearing number 10, playing third base. In the 5 spot, it's number 12, Jameer Brown at shortstop. Michael Poltar, number 13, out in left field, bats 6th. And it's Cole Smith in the 7 spot, wearing number 3, and being behind the plate. Over at first base, it's Jet Gross, batting 8th, number 1. And in the 9 spot, Sam Hefner, wearing number 2, being center field for the pitcher, Owen Rubenthal. Starting batteries brought to you by Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. For post 14, it's going to be Owen Rubenthal throwing to Cole Smith. And for post 64, it'll be Lucas Wolford throwing to Hunter Haar. 7:55 was kind of a rough estimate. Tripp yelled out up here at us and said that would either be first pitch or the plate visit at the very least. And, well, here we are at 7:56, and they're not quite there yet. No umpires out on the field yet. Maybe that has something to do with it. So, we go on here. We got a couple minutes out before the game itself starts. Potomac Valley post 64 in their orange jerseys here tonight with blue letters and their blue hats with the white P for Potomac up on the caps, white pants. On the post 14 side, they'll be in their red jerseys here tonight, white pants. So we finish things up in the field for post 64. I think we will probably get started here very shortly, but for now we'll go ahead and take a... Oh, here we go. Kyler's pointing out. Here come the umpires. Yeah, I figured that's what he was trying to get us going here. So with that, let's go ahead and take a 3-minute break. And when we come back, we'll hopefully be just about ready for first pitch. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Marius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
This weekend, it's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo at Floor Pools in Chambersburg. Hot tubs as low as $49 a month. $49 a month. Save on hot tubs, saunas, swim spas, and cold plunges from major brands like Hot Spring, Caldera, and Free Flow. All discounted. Swim year-round with swim spas up to $5,000 off. $5,000 off. Hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas up to 30% off. Save thousands with easy financing. This weekend's Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo at Floor Pools in Chambersburg. But the savings are available in Hagerstown and Martinsburg too. Hot tubs as low as $49 a month. Save thousands on truckloads of hot tubs, spas, saunas, and endless pools this weekend only. It's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo at Floor Pools in Chambersburg. Learn more online at spaexpotristate.com. Savings will also be available at Floor Pools in Hagerstown and Martinsburg.
$5,000 off.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park. First pitch brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. After all the rain, getting ready to get started here in Martinsburg. Post 14, post 64. An area game for these two teams. Crucial one coming up with the area tournament just being next week. So these teams really want to get this game in. That's why we just didn't scrap this one. Over on the softball field, they've been playing for an hour, so they just decided to power through it. Over here on the baseball field, apparently Post 64 had themselves a lightning detector of some sorts in their dugout, so they decided they needed to hold off for a little while. So we'll get ready here. Post 14 going out into the field to warm up for the top of the first. Brought to you by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, proudly serving our area since 1880. Dylan Bishop with you on the call for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Our on-site producer is John Alderton. Our cameraman is Kyler High. Back at the studio, Colin McLaughlin. The Owen Rupenthal, starting pitcher for Post 14 this evening. As Coach Trip Tobin mentioned in our opening interview, Post 64 struggled a good bit with Jet Gross, a left-handed pitcher, in their first matchup. So they decided to go with another lefty over here to start in this home game. Owen Rupenthal gets the start. These two teams in that game played on June 11th at Potomac Valley Post 64, and it was a 13-1 win for Post 14. In that one, Jet Gross got the start. And again, the success that he had has led Coach Tobin to throw out another lefty against these guys here. Although it should be noted that Post 14 got 7 of those 13 runs in the top of the 7th. Ended up with 16 hits, but did a lot of their damage in the very last inning. Broke things open. Jet Gross went 6 innings, gave up just 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, struck out 5, before Christian Alter pitched the 7th and final inning. Only gave up 1 hit, no walks, no runs, and struck out 2. Go through that one. There was 3 RBIs for Liam Healy, 2 for Braden Edwards, who is not in the lineup here tonight. Michael Poltar had 2 RBIs, 1 each for Brett Pedersen and Alex Danner. And Jackson Earl had 1, as did Sam Hefner. So a lot of the guys with RBIs in that first game aren't in tonight's lineup, but some of them are available. Brett Pedersen, Jackson Earl, Bradley Loper, Andrew Engel, all eligible to come off the bench here this evening. Post 64, 14-5 on the season up to this point, coming off of 2 wins on Sunday against Brunswick and Blue Ridge. And with that, here comes our first batter of the evening. Leading things off for Post 64, left fielder Chase Davis. First pitch from Rupenthal will be a swinging strike 1. 8:06 first pitch. Rupenthal readies again. And will throw. Strike 2 taken. Rupenthal on the season, 13 innings, 3 appearances, 2 starts, and has given up 14 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned. Here's 1 hit on the ground, softly to second base. Throw made over to first in time by Wyatt McClintock for the first out. Rupenthal has struck out 10 and walked 5 on the year. Gets his first out of the game there. ERA of 1.61 so far this year. Opponents batting, though, .275 against him. One of the better numbers for anyone. I should say it's the best number the batters have had against anyone on Post 14 with double-digit innings pitched. Liam Healy, Bradley Loper, only with a combined 3 innings, have had a higher number, as is Christian Alter, who has pitched 4 1/3. Next at bat, first pitch swinging, but this is a foul ball from Lucas Williamson. Potomac Valley Post 64, 5-11-1 on the season. Next pitch from Rupenthal is outside, evens the count at 1-1. Post 64 defeated Cumberland, Post 13, 4-3 on Monday. They currently have 2 games scheduled Saturday and Sunday against Post 60. Here's a foul tip, strike 2. Area tournament starts Wednesday. We'll have it covered here from P.O. Faulkner Park. Next pitch, high for ball 2. Two and two, 1 out. Here in the top of the first. Rubenthal throws. 2-2 pitch outside, ball 3. Run the count full. The defense behind Rubenthal. Oviedo at third. Jameer Brown at short. McClintock at second. Jet Gross at first. Cole Smith behind the plate. Here's the 3-2. It's going to be hit on the ground. Right back at Rubenthal. He's going to run it over and throw at the first for the second out. Post 14. Their outfield, left to right. Michael Poltar, Sam Hefner, Liam Healy. After 2 straight put down, we'll see Hunter Haar come up. Try to keep the first inning going for post 64. Rubenthal readies. And the pitch. Just outside for ball 1. This is a rescheduled game from July 1st. Going to rain out that night. 1-0 pitch finds the inside corner. Strike 1. Potomac Valley post 64 has to make up another game in this area. They were supposed to go on June 19th to post 60. That's why they have 2 games this weekend against them, as the next pitch is fouled off and makes it 1-2. Post 14 will go back over to Hedgesville to face post 60 tomorrow. Next pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Rubenthal puts down post 64. 1-2-3. Ends it with a strikeout swinging. That we will go to the bottom of the first here from P.O. Faulkner Park. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Our bottom of the first inning is brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for a home in the tri-state area? Call the Larry DeMarco team at 304-250-3551 or visit them online at modernrealtyresults.com. Lucas Wolford, starting pitcher tonight for post 64. We'll get his first look at the post 14 lineup. Trace Huff, Liam Healy, Wyatt McClintock, Braden Oviedo, Jameer Brown, Michael Poltar, Cole Smith, Jet Gross, and Sam Hefner. Out in the field, behind Walford, it'll be Lucas Williamson at third, Blake Jacobs at short, Oliver Kreitz at second, Owen Reel at first. Out in the outfield, it's Chase Davis, Landon Tysinger, and Landon Whitaker left to right. We'll see Wolford getting in his last few warm-up pitches here. Post 14, a young team for the standard, the level that they're playing at here, but they've been successful. We'll see some of the best hitters in the lineup here at the top of it. Trace Huff will step in here, batting so far this year, .346. in 42 plate appearances, slugging .995, or excuse me, OPS .995. That'd be pretty impressive. His slugging's .423. 2 doubles on the year, 4 RBIs. He scored 12 runs, 15 walks to 6 strikeouts, 3 stolen bases. So he'll step in left side of the plate here against the righty Wolford and take strike 1. Hornets team leader in average is on deck in the 2 spot. Liam Healy hitting 558 so far this year. Next pitch outside, 1-1. Wind up and the pitch. It's going to be hit high, but not very far here for Huff. And ranging just into the outfield and making the catch is Blake Jacobs, the shortstop, for the first out. That will bring up Healy. OPS of 1323. Slugging .674. Been by far the best hitter in the lineup for Post 14 this year. First pitch to him bounces. He's got 24 hits in 43 plate appearances to go along with 5 walks. Driven 11 RBIs, 3 doubles, and a triple. He will take the 1-0 outside for ball 2. Healy also tied for the team lead in stolen bases with Michael Poltar at 7. .2-0, runs inside. 3 straight out of the zone from Wolford. And that next pitch comes. It gets across the plate for strike 1. As well as some of the Hornets have hit. Not a lot of them have gone over the fence. Braden Edwards and Cole Smith have each hit 1 home run, and that's it. His next pitch hit on the ground to third base on a couple hops. Throw over to third. Just barely keeping his foot on the bag is the first baseman Reel on the throw by Williamson for the second out. It'll be interesting to see how maybe this long layoff, kind of sitting around the field, unusual, warm-up time, warm-up routine. And the game was supposed to start at 6:30. They've ended up pushing it back to 7, so players got here with that in mind. First pitch swinging is Wyatt McClintock, and this is going to be way back over the head of Tissinger in center field. Goes all the way to the wall, and McClintock's going to go all the way for third base. Stumbles along the way, but the cutoff is dropped by Jacobs. It would have been a close play, but it's going to be a triple for Wyatt McClintock. That one was trouble. You could see Tissinger out in center field kind of stop as soon as that ball was hit. It was hit pretty much on the line, but then he realized pretty quick that this was going over his head and all the way to the wall, 370 feet from home plate. That'll bring up Raiden Oviedo, who takes the first pitch for a ball. Wind up in the throw from Wolford. It'll be just out of the zone for ball 2. Oviedo, he's hitting 300 so far this year. He'll watch the next pitch low. So again, a 3-0 count. Oviedo 4 doubles on the year, putting him tied at second on the team with a handful of them. 6 RBIs, 10 runs scored. He'll watch the 3-0 come across for strike one. Oviedo's drawn 10 walks, struck out 5 times. Wolford took too long. Oviedo calls timeout. Quickly steps back in. Now he'll ready with the pitch. This is going to be hit to center field again. And this time, a little more prepared for it. Going back, it's Tissinger for the third out. So that triple from Wyatt McClintock ends up doing nothing for post 14. They leave the runner on, which is the main thing Trip Tobin said they need to improve on in the pregame interview. Can't get it done right there. Leave the runner at third. We're still at no score going into the second inning. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Jonathan Bodwell Insurance Solutions. We've been serving the Eastern Panhandle with their insurance needs for 20 years. We specialize in Medicare and health insurance plans. Medicare can be scary. We help seniors navigate the Medicare maze and not get taken advantage of by the call centers. We give honest, local advice on your insurance. We're located in the Aiken Center, 304-283-0864.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Top of the second is brought to you by the personal injury attorneys Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit BurkeandSchultz.com. We play hardball. Not much doing for the offenses in the first inning. Hit the triple from Wyatt McClintock, but he gets stranded at third, and otherwise 3 outs for each of the pitchers of the other 3 batters they faced on each side. 3 up, 3 down for Owen Rupenthal, and only 4 batters faced for Lucas Wolford. That'll bring us to Blake Jacobs, cleanup hitter for post 64, leading off the top of the second. Dylan Bishop with you on the call. John Alderton, our on-site producer. Kyler High, our cameraman. Colin McLaughlin back at the studio. The sun actually poking through here after a good bit of rain. First pitch from Rupenthal is high for ball 1. It'll be Jacobs, Kreitz, and Tysinger. Due up for post 64. Here's strike 1 called. 1-1. Rupenthal readies again. And the 1-1, just barely. Can't hit the outside corner. 2-1 is our count now. Rupenthal sets and throws. Grounder over to the left side. Shortstop Jameer Brown throws and gets the out. Braden Oviedo started to make a play for it, then stopped and slipped on the turf. Tells you the conditions that we've got here tonight at P.O. Faulkner. The out was recorded, though. I'll bring up Oliver Kreitz. Second baseman for post 64. First pitch to him, he takes a big cut at, but misses for strike 1. Rupenthal continuing the success so far. Post 14 saw from their pitching in the first game against this team, and here's a swinging strike 2. Right, steps back in. Waits the pitch from Rubenthal. Here it comes. Just inside. Right, scoots back. Now the 1-2 pitch coming. This will be fouled away. Off the netting. Trip Tobin said we might see Wyatt McClintock on the mound tonight if needed. Here's a grounder that just pushes foul. If we do, McClintock has pitched total 10 innings so far this year. 7 appearances. Batter's only 156 against him. He's got an ERA of 1.4. The 1-2. Big swing and miss for the strikeout. Second one so far for Rubenthal. Brings on Landon Tysinger, center fielder for post 64, who we saw had to have his work cut out for him in the last half inning out in the field. This first pitch runs way inside, has to get out of the way, or else it would have hit him in the leg. But he'll walk around, come back into the batter's box. And here's another one that's low. Last 2 pitches looked like they had some extra heat on them, but they are a little wild. This one bounces in front of Cole Smith behind the plate. Here's the 2-0, and that one outside. First sign of imperfection from Rubenthal so far. .30. That will hit the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Not quite Mr. Automatic down the middle, but gets it in the zone. 3-1. It's going to be hit in the air to left center field. Roaming over is Hefner, making the catch for the third out. So 3 up, 3 down again. Goes post 64. 1 strikeout, just like the first inning. So again, we'll go to the bottom of the second. Still 0-0 here from P.O. Faulkner after this 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Still 0-0 here at P.O. Faulkner Park between post 14 and post 64. The Berkeley post 14 Hornets and Potomac Valley post 64 in this area game. Just a week until the area tournament, which we'll have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week here from P.O. Faulkner Park. Bottom of the second is brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Jameer Brown will lead off the bottom of the second. He's going to swing at the first pitch in the center field. Again, making Tysinger work out there. One pitch, one out. Is he able to get underneath this one? The last three batters for post 14, it's been a line drive triple out to center field, and then two straight flyouts to center field. See if Michael Poltar can break the trend. He won't swing at the first pitch. This one's high, outside for ball one. Wolford wind up and the pitch. Just outside, maybe a little low for ball two. Here's another pitch. And again, three straight out of the zone. We've seen that a few times already here from Wolford. Has yet to result in a walk. We saw it against Healy and Oviedo. This time, it will be a walk. Poltar, 4-pitch walk. He'll go down to first base. A one-out base runner for post 14. Going to bring up Cole Smith, catcher. As I mentioned earlier, one of two Hornets so far this year to hit a home run. First pitch taken, right down the pipe for strike one. Smith with Jet Gross on deck. Righty versus righty. Get a pickoff attempt that's thrown away and out of play. As it bounces into foul territory over in right field. So that's going to let Poltar move up to second base without a play. So just like that, the easy double play opportunity is gone for post 64. Hunter Haar will jog out and have a quick conversation with his pitcher. Count is still 0-1. Now Smith will step back in. Here's a pitch. Big time sweeping breaking ball. And they caught Smith frozen a little bit as it gets across the plate for strike two. Here's the 0-2. Go back to something a good bit faster, but it bounces for ball one. Hard to find a pitch with more break on it than that strike two pitch. Now with the 1-2, Smith protects the plate, fouls it off. Smith so far on this season, 35 plate appearances, batting .290. Gotten himself 3 doubles and a home run, driven in 8 RBIs. Only come around to score once on that home run. Drawn 2 walks and struck out 3 times. Next pitch, be hit, potentially in play. Catcher will run over for it, but it'll go into the stands. So again, stepping back into Smith at 1-2. Wolford, long look into his catcher. And now the pitch. It's going to be hit on the ground. Over the shortstop, they'll try to get Poltar going to third, and they will. In plenty of time, really. Poltar tried to make a run for it on a ball hit to the left side of the infield. And just not the right decision, really, in the end. So, Post 64 gets the lead runner. Now 2 outs. Runner on first. If you hold up there at second, potentially you're at 2 outs with that runner on second. We'll get a courtesy runner for our catcher. I believe that's Brett Pedersen that went out for him. And it is. First pitch to Jet Gross. High and outside. (1-0) from Walford. That'll bounce in front of Haar behind the plate for ball 2. Gross, left-handed batter here against the righty Wolford. We'll get another time called here for the catcher to jog out and talk to his pitcher. Pretty quick conversation. It's hard. We'll jog back. Put the mask on. Crouch back down. Gross steps back in. 2-0 count. Pedersen over at first, and this pitch is way outside for ball 3. Sam Hefner on deck. If they can get to him at second leadoff, as Coach Tobin likes to use at the 9 spot. Maybe flip their lineup over. And there's ball 4. Second walk of the inning. Puts runners on second and first. And there's Sam Hefner stepping in. Hefner batting .298 on the season will take ball 1. Hefner only 3 RBIs, but has scored 19 times to lead the team. 6 stolen bases. Will take strike 1 here to even the count. Ten walks to 15 strikeouts for Hefner. 15 strikeouts does lead the team by a hefty margin. He'll take the 1-1 pitch inside for ball 2. Walford readies again and throws. This one is high and inside for ball 3. Runners on first and second. 2 outs here in this scoreless ball game. Bottom of the second, here's a big cut. Can't get the ball though. Count runs full. Pedersen and Gross. Plenty of speed out on the bases. If Hefner can put it into a gap. Payoff pitch, runners go. And it's a base hit in the left field. They're going to wave Pedersen home. Throw to the plate is high. It's going to be thrown over to third and thrown away. So Gross is going to be able to score. Going all the way to third is Hefner. And Post 14 goes up 2-0. Throw is up the line on the attempt to get the lead runner at home. Har had to go almost up to the pitcher's mound to go get it. Tried to throw it to third, and it went wide into left field. So Post 14 goes up by 2 here in the bottom of the second. Goes back to Trace Huff at the top of the lineup. First pitch to him is a ball. Next pitch will even it up at 1-1. Looked at by Huff for strike one. Next pitch, low in the turf, ball 2. Huff started off the bottom of the first with a pop-up in the shallow center field that the shortstop went over and grabbed. He's going to hit this one out of play over to the left field side. Make the count 2-2. Hefner still at third base with a chance to add on a third run in this inning. This next pitch will bounce for ball 3. Another 3-2 count. Wolford, big windup and the throw. This is going to be a grounder to shortstop and off the glove of Jacobs and into left center. That third run does score. Post 14 up 3-0. That's one that Jacobs just should have gotten. It just kind of clipped off the glove. Probably started looking over the first base before it got all the way in. Home plate umpire calls time to go over to the Post 14 dugout and get a few new baseballs. Some dry ones. So we've seen the last few go out into the outfield. The infield's turf, but the outfield is not. First pitch now to Liam Healy is outside and high, ball 1. This is going to be hit towards right field, but it's at Whitaker over in right. Able to make the catch and retire the side, but Post 14 puts up 3 on the board. We'll go to the third, and it will be 3-0 for the Hornets after the 60-second break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti.
If you've been injured in a car accident, there are 3 things you need to know.
1, do not discuss your accident with an insurance company before you talk to a lawyer.
2, on average, car accident victims with a lawyer get over 3 times more money than those without one.
And 3, at Mansion Ferretti, if we don't win, you don't pay us, guaranteed. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
With a great selection comes great possibilities. And at CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg, the possibilities are endless. Shop our amazing selection of new vehicles like the Ram 1500. And right now, save on new Jeeps like the Wrangler and Grand Cherokee models. Plus, every Jeep purchase comes with our Jeep Wave program. So wherever your possibilities take you, you'll be connected. Shop CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg today. Owners just care more.
Our top of the third inning is brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Post 14 gets 2 runs up on the board on 1 hit, and then adds on a third. Make it 3-0 here as we go to the third inning. Owen Rupenthal with some run support up on the board. It's been 6 up and 6 down so far through his first 2 innings on the mound. Leading off the inning will be Landon Whitaker. Whitaker just ended the last half inning by making the third out in right field. Be Whitaker, Wolford, and Reel. 7, 8, and 9 in the post 64 order. 2 up in this one. Weather finally settled down after an hour of sitting here in the rain when the game was supposed to have gotten underway at that point, but it's cleared up now. First pitch of the inning is a strike on the inside corner looked at by Whitaker. And the 0-1 will run further inside for ball 1. Whitaker jumps out of the way of that one. Rupenthal sets and throws. This will be hit out towards right field and slide, almost needing the slide, not quite, running in quickly enough for it. Stay on his feet is Liam Healy for the first out. Seven outs in a row from post 64 at the plate to start things off. That'll give us pitcher versus pitcher for the first time here today. Lucas Wolford hitting for himself. And the first pitch is fouled straight back, giving us a little bit of a jump. If that net in the window wasn't here, that would have either hit our production screen square or would have hit John Alderton. I think he could have caught it, though. He's got the screen in the way, but also the net and the window. So we're all good over here. 0-1, it's going to be popped up and out of play. Oh and 2, the start for Rupenthal against Wolford. And the pitch. Strike 3 called. Might have just been a little outside, but Rupenthal gets the call. Wolford's going to go back to the dugout saying, I better get those calls too. Strikeout looking, the first strikeout looking of the 3 for Rupenthal. He's gotten himself 1 in each inning so far. Here comes Owen Reel at the bottom of the order. He's going to swing and miss at the first one. Rupenthal looking comfortable up there against this lineup. 0-1 pitch. Reel gets the bat on it, but too late, and it'll be hit the other way and foul. Makes it 0-2. Pitch from Rupenthal. And gets Reel to chase. Gets him. Tried to hold up, but might have twisted his ankle or stumbled off balance and made him go the rest of the way through. That's a swinging strikeout. The 4th of the day for Rupenthal. And that's 9 up, 9 down through 3 innings for Owen Rupenthal. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 3-0. Post 14 after this 1-minute break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
Brought the beach to you. Get Rock's Crab Cake Sandwich with 70% real crab meat. There's a new seafood place in town. Get Rock's Crab Cake Sandwich with 70% real crab meat.
Bottom of the third, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets, with locations all around the Panhandle. Fast, fresh, friendly Rock's. Lucas Wolford will go to the mound for a third inning of work. So far, giving up 2 hits and 2 walks and 2 runs. 2s across the board for him. He will get to see 3, 4, and 5 in the order for post 14. The Hornets can see if they can add on to this lead. Last inning, it looked like post 14 might not be able to do a whole lot in the end, despite getting a runner in a scoring position. Had Michael Poltar thrown out going from second to third on a grounder. It got them the second out with only a runner on first, but then another walk and a hit and run with a full count, and a throwing error along the way. Got 2 runs in, and then Sam Hefner drove in a third. Wyatt McClintock leads off the bottom of the third. I should say 3 runs for Wolford. The next pitch is way out of the zone here. Ball 2. On Game Changer, Wolford listed as 3 runs, 1 earned. And this is going to be hit in the air to left field. Chase Davis underneath of it and makes the catch. Wyatt McClintock, after having a nice line drive triple in the first inning, goes down quietly here in the third. Although not the quietest of fly balls. He did get a pretty good ride on that one, but right to the left fielder. It brings up Braden Oviedo, who will swing and foul off the first pitch. So far for post 14, Sam Hefner given an RBI. And there's that big sweeper again for strike 2. Wolford pulls that one out for the second time this game with the same result. 0-2. Back to a heater. Bounces for ball 1. Jameer Brown on deck awaits. Both him and Oviedo at the plate. Flew out to center field in their first at-bats. And that sweeper this time runs way inside at Oviedo, who has to spin to make sure it doesn't hit him. Oviedo, patient, works the count back to 2-2. He will take a swing at this one, but foul it straight back. .50 pitches so far for Wolford. Only 37 for Rubenthal. That's their 2 1/3 for Wolford and 3 full for Rubenthal. 2-2 fouled into the post 14 dugout. And knocks a coach off of his, his ball bucket. Yeah, smiles all around. No one's hurt. Gave everyone a laugh. Count stays 2-2. Here's the pitch. And this is going to be hit high in the left field. It looks like Davis is underneath of it. And again into the glove for an out. So 2 down now. Brings up Jameer Brown. Again, 0 for 1 with the fly out to center. This inning, the Hornets are making Chase Davis work out in left instead of Tysinger out in center, what they were doing earlier. Let's see what Jameer Brown has. As the first pitch is way outside into the other batter's box for ball 1. Ball pops out of the glove of Wolford along the way. And who knows if that had anything to do with it, but here comes a mound visit. For post 64 now. No runners on. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Wolford at 53 pitches. 2 2/3. Giving up 3 runs, 1 earned on 2 hits and 2 walks. So that 2-run single earlier that drove in those runs for post 14. Those are being ruled as errors. 3 errors in the box score right now for Potomac Valley post 64. And this pitch is going to run in and clip Jameer Brown on the back. Hit by pitch. Should say that Sam Hefner is given 1 RBI for that hit, not the second one, and then it was Trace Huff hitting an error towards Blake Jacobs that drove in that 3rd run, to be exact. This brings up Michael Poltar, who drew himself a walk first at bat. Takes ball 1 to start this one. Wolford throws. Big cut and miss by Poltar. Trying to throw down the first and get Jameer Brown. Can't quite do it. A better throw might have done it. He was pretty far off of first base. But the swinging strike 1 makes it 1-1 here with 2 outs. And they catch Jameer Brown leaning. And he gets back just in time on the pickoff attempt. They definitely caught him for a half a second, but he was able to get back in. Now the 1-1 pitch. Brown goes, hit and run, and it opens up the left side of the infield perfectly. Brown will go from first to third, and the throw will go past the third baseman and let Poltar go to second base. And it looks like that'll be the end of the day for Wolford. So we get another mound visit. That should mean that we're getting a pitching change. Looks like Tysinger's coming in from center. We'll see if he is the new pitcher or not. Wolford at 57 pitches. Looks like the day is done for him, and it does look like it's Landon Tysinger who will go to the pitcher's mound. With that, we will take a 60-second break for the pitching change and be back with more American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Berkeley Post 14 baseball is back. Catch every Hornets home game this season and the Legion Area Tournament right here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Pavanelli rounds third, coming home to score. The throw on the money. The tag not in time. Pavanelli safe in Berkeley post 14. Walks it off in the bottom of the 8th. Landon Sifford is the hero for the Hornets. Your home of Berkeley post 14 baseball is right here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
Call to the bullpen brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance, your total insurance solution, located at 1250 Edwin Miller Boulevard, Suite 301 in Martinsburg. Call them at 304-263-3361. The day ends for Lucas Wolford at 2 2/3, giving up 3 runs on 3 hits, only 1 earned run, 2 walks, no strikeouts, and he'll be responsible for the 2 base runners out on the field right now. Second and third with 2 outs and a 1-1 count. We'll see Cole Smith come up to the plate. Landon Tysinger, your new pitcher. Coming in from center field. Chase Davis moves from left to center as this pitch from Smith is fouled off. And Wolford moves out to left field. Tysinger, the lefty, throws this one, bounces it for ball 1, 1-1. The throw, high, 2-1. Potomac Valley, no runs, no hits, 3 errors. Post 14, the Hornets, 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. 2-1 pitch, catches the outside corner for strike 2. Cole Smith, fielder's choice, first time up. 2-2 is going to be fouled over again, just like the first pitch he saw against Tysinger. Smith would come around to score, or at least his courtesy runner would, Brett Patterson, in his first at-bat. Looking to drive in 2 here. And this is going to be hit up the middle and into the glove of Jacobs. Throw across his body. Makes the play. Nice play by Blake Jacobs to save at least 1 run. 2 if it would have went into the outfield, more than likely. So it stays 3-0 post 14. We'll go to the 4th after the 60-second break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Remember all the sports we played when we were kids?
Oh yeah, swimming, tennis, basketball, football, soccer, track. I loved winning. I still do.
Our competitive spirit is still going strong.
But now we use it to win for our clients. If you've been hurt in almost heaven,
call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. 4th inning getting started here from P.O. Faulkner Park.
Top of the fourth, brought to you by Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to skinnerwins.com. Post 14 gets runners to second and third with 2 outs. They're in the last half inning. The nothing doing. Post 64 goes to their bullpen and keeps the runners at bay. Owen Rubenthal back on the mound. It's been 9 up and 9 down against Post 64 so far. And that means that Post 64 is back up to the top of the lineup. Chase Davis steps in, grounded out to second base to start off the game. He's going to swing at the first pitch and hit it foul. 4 strikeouts through 3 innings for Rubenthal, including the last 2 batters he's faced. Here's the pitch, and this is a shot, a rocket in the center field, up the middle, over the head of Rubenthal, and there goes any sort of perfect game, no hitter, after 1 full time through the lineup. Chase Davis leadoff single. First base runner for Post 64. Brings up Lucas Williamson. Grounded out to first base, to the pitcher. He threw it to first base. First pitch of this at-bat bounces in front of the plate for ball 1. Rubenthal readies. Gives a quick look over at first, and the throw, it's way outside. Comes out of the glove of Smith. He's able to jog over and grab it. Davis stays at first. Two-0 count now to Williamson. Throw over to first, pickoff attempt. Keeping him honest doesn't get him. Williamson will step back in. Rubenthal back on the rubber. Here's the pitch. That'll be just outside. Again, bounces off the glove of Smith. 3-0 is the count. As well as Rubenthal has pitched, 1 good inning from Post 64 can get them back in this. 3-0. Fastball down the middle. Strike 1. Rubenthal readies. A few glances over at first. And the pitch. High for ball 4. So first hit and first walk from Rubenthal in 2 straight batters. Puts 2 on with no outs. So 1 swing of the bat could either even things up or get us close to it. Hunter Haar, the catcher, 3-hole in the order. First pitch, looks at strike 1. Haar was the first strikeout victim of Rubenthal's back in the first inning. Quick look at second, now the throw. This is going to be a line drive over towards the Post 14 dugout. No one hit this time, and luckily, brings the count to 0-2. Here's the pitch. Stays high. Ball 1. Blake Jacobs on deck. Steps back in, 1-2. Bounces, ball 2. Runners are going to try to advance. Throw to second. They get him. Nice throw down by Cole Smith. And Williamson is caught stealing. Davis gets the third. Oh, there's now 1 out. Runner on third. Count is 1-2. This could be a big strike 3 if Rupenthal can get it. Already, the throw. And he got him. Swings through the fastball for strike 3. 5th K for Rupenthal. And now that runner at third is there with 2 outs. The throw down by Smith could turn out to be a huge play. First pitch to Jacobs is taken for a strike. Jacobs grounded out to shortstop first time up. Next pitch, fastball too low, bounces. Smith stays in front of it. Trip Tobin's going to walk out and talk to Rupenthal after that pitch. It's a pretty quick conversation between coach and pitcher. 49, actually that was 50th pitch for Rupenthal. Make it 51 as game changer. Rapid fire updated on me as I opened it back up. But through 3 2/3, it's 51 pitches, 1 hit, 1 walk allowed. The 1-1 is outside of the zone for ball 2. Rupenthal readies. Here's the throw. It's going to be fouled back over the press box. 2-2, 2 outs. Post 64 looking for their first run. It's over there 90 feet away. The pitch just inside for ball 3. Jacobs, the cleanup hitter, steps back in with a full count. Here's the pitch. It'll be low and inside for ball 4. Rupenthal may be pitching cautiously to the cleanup hitter with first and second base open here with 2 outs. The second walk of the inning and overall for Rupenthal. Brings up Oliver Kreitz. He's going to hit the first pitch over towards the post 64 dugout. They're finally getting some action themselves. Keeping both dugouts awake today are the batters. Kreitz 0 for 1 for a strikeout so far. You got Davis at first. Excuse me. Davis at third, Jacobs at first. 2 outs. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch from Rupenthal. Big swing, big miss. 0-2. 3-0 post 14 here from P.O. Faulkner Park. We got started around 8 o'clock. 8:06 was the first pitch after a rain delay. Runner's going to go. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Inning's over. Runner stranded on third. And the Hornets stay up 3-0. So we go to the bottom of the fourth. We'll take a 60-second break and be back with more American Legion baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This weekend, it's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo at Floor Pools in Chambersburg. Hot tubs as low as $49 a month. $49 a month. Save on hot tubs, saunas, swim spas, and cold plunges from major brands like Hot Spring, Caldera, and Free Flow. All discounted. Swim year-round with swim spas up to $5,000 off. $5,000 off. Hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas up to 30% off. Save thousands with easy financing. This weekend's Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo at Floor Pools in Chambersburg. But the savings are available in Hagerstown and Martinsburg too. Hot tubs as low as $49 a month. Save thousands on truckloads of hot tubs, spas, saunas, and endless pools this weekend only. It's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Expo at Floor Pools in Chambersburg. Learn more online at spaexpotristate.com. Savings will also be available at Floor Pools in Hagerstown and Martinsburg. $5,000 off.
Bottom of the fourth, brought to you by Floor Pools. Make every day better with a hot tub or swimming pool. Floor Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and Hagerstown. Post 14 still leads 3-0. It'll be the first full inning of work up on the mound for the relief pitcher for post 64, Landon Tysinger. He was able to get out of a jam after Lucas Wolford was pulled in the middle of the inning after 2 2/3. Stranded a runner on second and third for post 14. 3 runners left in scoring position so far for post 14. Leading off the inning is Jet Gross. He fouls off the first pitch. Lefty versus lefty. First time post 14 has to see that at the plate. Oh, 1. Big breaking ball. Stays too high, though, for ball 1. Gross walked his first time up and then came around and scored. Fastball. Another one that bounces. 2-1. Gross, Hefner, and Huff do up. Big swing at this one from Gross. Can't hit it. Changeup got him. Tysinger readies and throws. Maybe hit the other way into the net on the third base side. Stays 2-2. Next pitch. Here's another one that comes in too low. Blocked behind the plate by Haar. Here's our full count pitch, and it's one fouled off by Gross. Gross hitting .346 on base percentage of .500. Got himself 2 extra base hits on the year, 6 RBIs, scored 9 times. And here's a swinging strike 3 on one that was low and inside. Tysinger gets him to chase, and there's one down in the bottom of the fourth. And the next one up is Sam Hefner. The only one with an RBI so far today. He takes ball 1 inside. Tysinger readies quickly and throws. And this will be ball 2. Hefner on a 3-2 count in his first at-bat. Got himself a single in the left field. 1 run scored. Throws up the line. Har from behind the plate came up, tried to throw it to third to get the other runner on base, and it was thrown into the outfield. And it put Post 14 up 2-0. Next pitch, fouled straight back. 2-2. I believe it's 2-1 actually. Excuse me. Back in steps Hefner. And the pitch. He's going to take a stab at this one. Now it's 2-2. See how Tysinger can fare against this part of the order compared to Wolford starting out. This is hit potentially in the gap. It's going to drop in front of the right fielder, Whitaker. He's going to be able to get it in, though. A single, 2 for 2 for Sam Hefner. We know Post 14 likes to use that 9 spot as a second leadoff, and Hefner is up for the task today. Brings up Trace Huff. First pitch, he's going to look at it high, above the head level. He popped out and then reached on an error. Both balls hit over to shortstop. One-0 pitch. Outside ball 2. Way outside in the other batter's box. Healy awaits on deck with 1 on and 1 out. 3-0 Post 14 leads in the bottom of the 4th. Runner goes. Pitch taken inside for a ball. Easy stolen base. Hardest part was to make sure he didn't slide back past the bag for Hefner. Gets the steal. Hefner with stolen base number 7 on the year. And strike 1 taken makes it 3-1. Hefner moves into a tie with Liam Healy and Michael Poltar with 7. Next pitch from Tysinger. Inside, ball 4. I'll put runners on first and second with 1 out. .24 pitches from Tysinger since he's come in. Liam Healy 0 for 2. With how he's hit this year, means he's due for 1. Foul tip into the glove for strike 1. Mentioned earlier, Liam Healy batting over 500 on the year. 558. This one bounced. Runners stay where they are. That was a late decision from Hefner. 1-1. Healy steps back in. And the pitch, that'll be outside for ball 2. Healy grounded out the third and flew out to right in his 2 at-bats. First one he's had against a fellow lefty. This is a bouncer. Passed ball. Catcher can't find it. It's at the backstop, and we're going to have a runner score. Hefner all the way from second. Huff moves from first to third. The ball clipped off of Hunter Har, the catcher, and went to the backstop. And Har was looking around his feet for the ball and didn't absorb quick enough that his teammates were telling him it was back at the backstop. So Hefner comes around and scores all the way from second base on the wild pitch. Huff moves to third. 3-1 count. Next pitch. Finds the zone, strike 2. 4-0 is the score now. Next pitch. It's going to be hit in the air to left field. Looks like Wolford runs for it, dives off the glove. The run will score. Healy will come in at second base. Wolford backed up at first towards his left, then realized he needed to come in towards his right. Ended up being a diving play for him, and it hit off of the glove. That allows Huff to score, and it puts post 14 up 5-0. Wyatt McClintock steps in, takes ball 1. Look back at second. Now the pitch. Strike 1. McClintock 1 for 2 with a triple and a fly out to left. Next pitch. Same spot, same result. Strike 2. Oviedo awaits on deck. Still only 1 out in the inning. Now 5-0. Time called from McClintock. Readjust the gloves. Now steps back in the batter's box. Another lefty versus lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Tempted to say that's the same spot, but it looked a little more outside. Seemed a little off the plate, but post 14 seemed like they got one of those calls earlier. Strikeout looking, and there's 2 down. Braden Oviedo watches the first pitch high for ball 1. And the next pitch, Oviedo watches it go. Maybe a little outside and low. Ball 2. Runner goes. Ball 3. Catcher doesn't even make the attempt. So give Liam Healy third base. Here with 2 down. Next pitch in for a strike. Three 1 is our count, and next pitch outside, ball 4. That puts runners on the corners. And looks like we're getting a balk. Run comes home. Didn't even notice. But Liam Healy scores, makes it 6-0. To make it 6-0, runner on first. 2 outs for Jameer Brown. Tysinger throws. Ball outside. They try to get Oviedo down at first on the throw from the catcher. Can't do it. Jameer Brown flew out in the second and was hit by a pitch in the third. Next pitch low and inside. Ball 3. Tysinger up to 41 pitches out of the bullpen. .30 pitch. Fastball gets across. Strike 1. Metaphorically out of the bullpen, Tysinger came in to pitch from center field in the third inning. 3-1, stays high. Ball 4. Puts 2 runners on. Third walk of the inning by Tysinger. Runners on first and second for Michael Poltar, who's 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. And again, here's one outside of the zone. Ball 1. We'll look back at second and the throw. And here's another one that can't find the strike zone. Ball 2. Poltar, wide stance. Readies, pickoff attempt second. Oviedo sneaks back in. Six to nothing, post 14. And the 2-1. What's now 2-1. The 2-0 is strike 1. Tysinger quickly throws. Ball 3. Way outside. Control issues really coming up here in this inning for Tysinger. Had a strong start to get out of a jam with runners on second and third. Now here's another walk to load the bases. Fourth walk from Tysinger. And the third in a row. It's going to bring up Cole Smith. Bases loaded so far. 2 grounders hit over to shortstop. He was able to get on base on the first one because Blake Jacobs went and threw out Michael Poltar at third base. Fielder's choice. And then just a regular old ground out in the third inning. He'll take strike 1. 9th batter of the inning. There's strike 1 taken. Here's one hit the opposite way into right field. Base hit. 1 will score. Looks like 2 will score. Post 14 goes up 8-0. Cole Smith adds on. Runners still on the corners. 2 more given up by Tysinger. As of right now, post 64 letting him go. It's a busy week for both teams. Post 64 has 2 games on the schedule against post 60 for Saturday and Sunday. Tysinger up to 1 inning pitch so far. 2 hits, 4 walks, 3 hits now, and 5 runs allowed. First pitch to Jet Gross, high, ball 1. Jet Gross steps in for the second time this inning. And there's ball 2. Catcher's indifference. Our courtesy runner, Pedersen, is going to run from first to second. There are now runners on second and third. A base hit from Gross could make this a double-digit lead. Ball 3, though, outside. High and outside. And the 3-0 pitch is going to be high and inside, ball 4 again. It's the 4th walk of the inning for Tysinger, and I think that's going to end his day on the mound. Manager walks out. And if that is it for him, and that is it, we're going to go ahead and go to a 60-second break for the new pitcher. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Ugh, leave me alone.
Another small call to the bullpen. Another pitching change for post 64. And it looks like it'll be Chase Davis coming in from center field. Straight swap. Tysinger with a rough outing. Call to the bullpen. It's brought to you by Small Insurance in Martinsburg. Total Insurance Solution, located at 1250 Edwin Miller Boulevard, Suite 301 in Martinsburg. Call him at 304-263-3361. Tysinger, 1 inning pitched so far, giving up 5 runs on 5 walks and 3 hits, all earned, 2 strikeouts. And the base is loaded. Tysinger will be responsible for those runners out there. But Tysinger, when he came in the middle of the inning, a couple innings ago, he was able to finish the job with 2 outs and keep 2 runners in scoring position from scoring. We'll see if Davis can do the same. He will have Sam Hefner to deal with. First pitch inside, ball 1. Hefner earlier this inning had a single, stole a base, came around to score. Second inning, he had an RBI single. This pitch is high for ball 2. Bases loaded, it's 8-0, post 14 in the bottom of the 4th. The 2-0, that's going to be outside, ball 3. Davis needed to start strong right away. Starts with 3 straight outside of the zone, but comes back with the 3-0. Mr. Automatic, strike 1. Davis throws again. This is going to be hit on the ground to short. Jacobs scoops it up, throws to first, and they get him. Bases left, loaded, but 5 runs up on the board for post 14. They're up 8-0 as we go to the 5th after the 60-second break. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows. Whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
With a great selection comes great possibilities. And at CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg, the possibilities are endless. Shop our amazing selection of new vehicles like the Ram 1500. And right now, save on new Jeeps like the Wrangler and Grand Cherokee models. Plus, every Jeep purchase comes with our Jeep Wave program. So wherever your possibilities take you, you'll be connected. Shop CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg today. Owners just care more.
5th inning. Getting ready to get started here from P.O. Faulkner Park. Top of the 5th inning. Brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships. Proud to be the owners who just care more. Owen Rubenthal. Long layoff for him in between being able to go out to the mound. But his team gave him a lot more run support. A 5-run bottom of the 4th has put post 14 Hornets up 8-0. Due up for post 64 will be Tysinger, Whitaker, and Wolford. Rubenthal through 4 innings has given up 1 hit and 2 walks, and that's it. 6 strikeouts. Tysinger flew out to center field, first at bat. First pitch in the strike zone. 0-1 count. Rubenthal readies again and throws. Big cut, but nothing on it. Oh, 2. Outside, ball 1. Rubenthal still going pretty strong in the pitch count category. 0-2 was fouled off. The 1-2, I should say. 62 pitches, 39 for strikes for Rubenthal. Had only thrown 37 in the first 3 innings. One, 2. Tysinger stays alive again, foul ball. Post 14 was close to putting post 64 in a 3 outs remaining situation with those bases loaded in an 8-run game. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Here's another one that is just barely fouled away. So if post 14 can put up another 0 on the board for Potomac Valley, they can go into the bottom of the 5th being able to have 2 runs ended if they were to get them. So 3-run bottom of the 2nd, 5-run bottom of the 4th for post 14 and put the 8 runs up on the board. Another 1-2. This time he gets him to swing through it for strike 3 and strikeout number 7 for Owen Rupenthal. That'll bring up Landon Whitaker. Rupenthal got himself into a jam last inning, but has still gotten out of it, having struck out 3 of the last 4 batters he's faced. This won't be a strikeout. This is hit in the left field, but it looks like Poltar is underneath of it. Took him a second. He had to make a last-second adjustment to run in on it a little bit, but he makes the play. So there's a quick at-bat, and that'll bring up Lucas Wolford. Wolford got called for strike 3 in his first at-bat on a pitch that was probably a little outside, for being honest. First pitch will be a little inside, called for a ball. Wolford was the starting pitcher at the time. Now he's moved to left field, and this ball is going to be hit into the outfield, but it's high and pretty shallow. Looks like center fielder Hefner will run in, and he will make the catch. 3 up, 3 down. Goes post 64 again. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 8-0, post 14. They are now in mercy rule territory to where they can come up to the plate and end it themselves early. This is American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
Going bottom of the 5th here from P.O. Faulkner Park. It's 8-0, post 14. Bottom of the 5th is brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Top of the order. Due up to start the 5th inning for post 14. Trace Huff, Liam Healy, Wyatt McClintock against Chase Davis. First pitch swinging is Huff, and it'll be a slow roller to first. Owen Reel grabs it, steps on the bag for the first out. Unassisted put out for Reel. Brings up Liam Healy, who has been relatively quiet today, especially by his standards. Ground out, fly out, and then reached on an error out in left field for stealing a base and scoring a run. This is outside for ball 1. That was last inning in that 5-run inning, when post 14 started to get to Tysinger. Chase Davis, first full inning of work here. This pitch is way outside, ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Healy's going to take a hack at it, but hit it foul. Two one comes in high for ball 3. 3-1. That's going to be low and outside for a ball. Ball 4. First walk drawn by Healy so far today. It's the 8th walk drawn by the Hornets so far in total. Ball 1 to McClintock. Start off his 4th at-bat here. He's 1 for 3. .1-0 pitch from Davis is going to be outside for ball 2. Breaking ball, couldn't get it to break inside. This one does hit the outer half for strike 2, or strike 1. 2-1 is our count. Oviedo on deck, as long as post 14 doesn't ground into a double play here. We'll get to see him this inning. This one bounces for ball 3. Davis pickoff attempt can't get over to Healy. Comes out of the glove of Owen Reel. (3-1). This is a shot by McClintock, but he hooks it foul. Would have been close to going over the wall over there in right field, over the Coach Cooper sign on the right field wall. Three and 2 the count now. He straightens that out. That's a walk-off home run. It makes it 10-0 here in the 5th. 3 and 2, 1 out. He's going to swing at this breaking ball to protect the plate. Would have been ball 4, but hard to lay off a pitch. Starts up high like that one. McClintock's 3 at-bats were a triple, a fly out to left, and a strikeout looking. Davis back on the rubber. McClintock back in the box. Davis with a look over to first. And now readies. And the throw. Breaking ball. Can't quite break back into the zone for ball 4. Two straight walks from McClintock brings up Braden Oviedo, who drew a walk in his last at-bat, but is 0 for 2 in his others. And Oviedo's going to hit this one high in the air, probably too high for this to get down. It's caught by Wolford for the second out. One pitch to Oviedo sends him down. Unusual for Oviedo. He's one to work out an at-bat for a lot of pitches. More often than not, that'll bring up Jameer Brown. 0 for 1 officially. He was hit by a pitch and drew a walk in his last 2 at-bats. Flew out in the other. First pitch is going to break way out of the zone for ball 1. Healy and McClintock get their leads. Jameer Brown watches ball 2 come inside on him. Davis looks at second. Now comes to the plate. Brown swings through it for strike 1. Brown steps back into the batter's box. Here's another breaking ball that gets away for ball 3. Davis, a lot of movement on his pitches, but hasn't been able to find the strike zone too often in this inning so far. 3-1. That'll be the same deal. Another breaking ball that goes too far. 10th walk drawn by post 14, loads the bases with 2 outs. So this is the same situation we found ourselves in last inning. This time it's Michael Poltar due up, who has drawn 2 walks in his 3 at-bats. The other one, he got on base with a single. And he's going to take the first pitch out of the zone for ball 1. Davis throws this one inside, ball 2. Davis up to 25 pitches since he's come in. 2-0. Low and inside, ball 3. So dangerously close to walking in the 9th run of the game for post 14. There's strike 1. Figured Davis had to get one at some point. And he'll ready again for the 3-1 pitch, and that really gets away from him into the other batter's box for ball 4. Poltar takes his time with his gear, taking it off. A run will walk home. It's 9-0. That's 4 walks in the last 5 batters for Davis. And that brings up Cole Smith with the winning run at third base. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Pedersen is at the plate now for Smith. Pinch hitter. And here's one that runs inside for a ball. They'll try to catch Wyatt McClintock off guard at third base. Can't do it. So Pedersen, who's been coming in as a courtesy runner for Smith, now gets an at-bat. Davis looks in, throws. Ball 2. 2-0. Or 3-0, excuse me. 1 pitch away. And this is out of the zone. Ball 4. The 10th run will walk home, giving post 14 a 10-0 win here at P.O. Faulkner Park in 5 innings. The pitching just couldn't hold up in the end for post 64. And the Hornets get a 10-0 lead and get it done with that 10-0 win here in the 5th. So with that, we're running a little late here. I say just go right into the post-game show. We won't make Trip Tobin or any of the players stick around longer than they even need to either by having them come up here. We'll just roll right into the post-game. Brought to you by Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. For Berkeley post 14, they get 3 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Then a big 5-run bottom of the 4th, followed by 2 to put the exclamation point on a 10-0 win for post 14. 10 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Potomac Valley post 64, no runs on 1 hit and 3 errors. Game scoring summary brought to you by the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. And our game stats brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships. Proud to be the owners who just care more. Look through the box score here for post 14. Cole Smith, 3 RBIs on 1 hit 1 run scored for him as well, and he walked once. Michael Poltar and Liam Healy get themselves 1 RBI each, as well as Sam Hefner. 2 hit days for post 14 go to Liam Healy and Sam Hefner. Michael Poltar walked 3 times, Jet Gross twice, Jameer Brown twice, and 1 each for Smith, Oviedo, McClintock, Healy, and Huff, as post 14 gets walked 11 times. And the pitching on the other side, Owen Rupenthal goes 5 innings, gives up only 1 hit and 2 walks, strikes out 7, gets himself a 5-inning shutout, pitching just 68 pitches. And I think that pitching performance has to give him the player of the game. Brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons. With that, let's go ahead and say goodnight here from P.O. Faulkner Park. For Colin McLaughlin back at the studio, for Kyler High behind the camera, for John Alderton, our on-site producer, I'm Dylan Bishop saying so long from P.O. Faulkner Park. We'll see you tomorrow for Post 60 versus Post 14, due to be played at Hedgesville, but if it rains enough, they might move it to P.O. Faulkner at 6 o'clock as of right now, as far as we know. So that'll do it here from P.O. Faulkner. Actually, in Game Changer, that game is scheduled for 7 o'clock tomorrow. So we'll see you then. This has been American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday night.
You've been tuned into American Legion Baseball for the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball. Keep it tuned to 106.5 FM, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online at talkradiowrnr.com.